Good day, my friends. Welcome to Tom's Tinkering and Adventures. And today we made it. We made it to our destination, which is lovely Eagle River, Alaska, which is like a suburb of Anchorage. So we camped out last night south of Tok. It's about 300 miles from here. By the time we get camp set up and yeah, there we go. My lovely wife is already commenting from upstairs. So by the time we set up camp and hit the hay, it was about 11:30 or midnight, and I had had a couple of celebration beverages, and had to get up and pee in the middle of the night at about 2:45, 3 o'clock, and it was still pretty bright out, so something to get used to around here. After that, I couldn't sleep very much. Robert Roy, what's up? Thank you for watching. I couldn't sleep very much after that, so we got camp broke down. Took a little while. By the time we hit the road at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it was just under 50 degrees, and then it got down to about 40 as we headed a little bit farther south. Was expecting it to get warmer. I had to stop and switch out gloves and warm up a couple times, and the first couple gas stations weren't open because very small places around here, they'll have a single pump, and it's not pay at the pump, so if they're not open, you're not getting gas. And fortunately, we ran into a nice little place. Lady in there just put on some coffee and took care of us, and we warmed up and made it back in on the road. Hit a lot of road construction, actually. This last 300 miles, we had to wait probably 45 minutes almost. So we kept getting stopped as soon as the follow me truck went the other direction. And they say 15 minutes before you move. So we just get off the bike and stretch and talk to people. My head is still bald because I don't grow hair. It's only been 10 days. Thanks. Anyway, so we're here. The bike has been running okay. I talked about that in one of my last videos, that I was having some bike issues, but now that I'm here, I got access to some tools. My son-in-law is going to help me out. Yeah, laugh it up, Robert Roy. He's going to help me work on the bike here, get it ready for the return journey. And I just thought I would talk about some of the things that worked and didn't work. If I can switch the camera. Oh man, I can't switch the camera here for some reason. But anyway, I guess I'll be live. Yeah, my sister says I look clean. I had a real long shower after I got here. Felt pretty nice. But anyway, I want to talk about some of the things that worked and didn't work for my trip. First off is this suit that I bought specifically for the trip. Now, I really like this one-piece suit. Easy to get on and off. It was pretty comfortable. The main reason I bought that suit is because it was supposed to be waterproof, and I don't know what the definition of waterproof is, but if it means leaks a whole hell of a lot, then yeah, it's waterproof. But yeah, it did not work at all. So that was a big bust. Second off, my boots also were supposed to be waterproof. They also were not. Now, on the boots, I'm not going to blame the manufacturer. I've had those boots for a while, and after looking at them, yeah, they're worn out. So it was just a disappointment, but I'm taking the blame on that one for not looking closer at the boots. Let's see. Another piece of gear that I picked up specifically for this trip is, let me put it up here, this bag, this dry bag I bought. Even though it's reversed, it's a Built Explorer dry bag. I bought it at Cycle Gear for $59. That thing worked awesome. Rode through the rain all day one day, half the day the next. Everything stayed dry in there, and I got that thing really cheap, 59 bucks or something. The only issue I had with it is one of the plastic buckles broke like immediately after I got it, but it was on the side. I just tied it, and I'm probably gonna return it when I get back and get a new one, because the thing is awesome. I love it. It's easy to put on the back seat of the bike, quick and easy to get on and off of the bike. And my riding buddy actually stopped and bought one on the way up. We stopped in Eugene, Oregon to get gas, and we looked, and there was a Cycle Gear, and we went 10 miles out of the way to go get the bag. So anyway, if you're planning on a trip and you want a waterproof bag, I can highly recommend that. Oh yeah, my sister says to put some waterproof spray. What am I gonna do with that stuff? Put it on the suit or on my boots? I thought about using it on the boots. All right, one other thing that I didn't have, but that was loaned to me for this trip, that is going to belong to me after this, and I'm gonna buy my own. I'm not gonna steal it from my buddy Mark. He gave me this hot wired brand. This is also from Cycle Gear, electric heated gear. There you go. So you plug that in to an electric outlet on your bike and bump it up. It's got like 4 settings, and you put the thing on high on a cold day, and it's awesome. I won't ride without that anymore. Well, I mean, around San Diego, how often do you need it? But in a place like this, especially, I plan on riding up north of the Arctic Circle. That's the plan on the way out of here. So I'm definitely gonna look forward to using that again. If I can figure out how to get the pants to work as well, that'd be awesome, but just the jacket is pretty good. One other thing that I like, there's my son-in-law and his motorcycle. He doesn't have to ride to Alaska, he lives here. All right, is my heated hand grips. Oh yeah, I always meant to introduce you guys to my riding buddy here. He's always smiling. But my heated hand grips save the day during the rainy days. I know I said earlier in one of my earlier videos about running them at 100 and why would you need to do that, because it was so hot. But I had to run those things on 100. Especially this morning, it was cold. I stopped and switched out to my thicker gloves that I brought along. I brought 2 pairs of gloves. There's my thicker gloves that I bought. I've had these for a while. These are actually not motorcycle gloves. These are for people who work in refrigerated warehouses, but they work amazing on the cold days. All right, some other things that I really enjoyed on the trip was my AAA maps. AAA, if you're a AAA member, you get some of these maps for free. I love them. Some people really like using GPS and that sort of thing. I'm sort of a, and my wife will agree, I don't do a lot of apps on my phone and stuff, so I guess I'm sort of a Luddite. But paper maps, I can't beat them. You just look at the map and you see something interesting, and then you can go check it out. If you're looking at GPS, all you're gonna probably do is put in a route. And then you're just gonna go from where you're at to where you wanna go. So that's the advantage to the paper maps, in my opinion. Let's see, what else was I gonna talk about on the recap? Okay, I already talked about the bike was gonna need a little bit of repair. It's extremely muddy and dirty, and I found 1 missing bolt. Everything else seems to be holding up. My buddy said that he thought one of my lights was out, but it was so covered with mud you just couldn't see it. My seat, that's one thing. There you go. I got this seat cover that was actually pretty good for the first half of the ride. By the second half, that seat cover was driving me crazy. So maybe it's just the seat, but the seat cover was definitely starting to feel like a cheese grater on my backside. So I'm gonna swing into downtown Anchorage. There's a place called Alaska Leather that has these sheepskin covers that are supposed to be pretty good. Yeah, Robert Roy asked if I'm going to Palmer. I already drove through there, and you were supposed to have a welcoming committee for me, and I didn't see him. But they did say McRib is back, so perhaps they're waiting for you to come visit. But the McRib is back in Palmer. Go hit it up. So yeah, I'm gonna go down to Alaska Leather, pick up one of those sheepskin pads for the seat. I've always thought they look ugly as hell, but comfort first. I'm gonna worry about the bike looking good later. And other than that, there's not a whole hell of a lot I'd change on the bike or on the trip. I brought a lot of stuff I didn't use. Of course, some of that's really good. I didn't have to break out any tools. Didn't have to use my tire irons, didn't have to use my spare tube. I brought some MREs as backup food. I ate one of them one day just because I was too lazy to go anywhere else. But I still have a couple of them in here. I didn't have to use my bear spray. which I hope I never have to use that, but I've got it just in case. And I brought a lot of extra clothes, but that's just because I'm going to be staying here in Anchorage for a week or two. And let's see, I know what else. I need to get a little bit warmer clothing. I thought I had enough base layers, but I maybe need to get one more base layer going, because if that heated jacket ever fails, I'll be screwed. It'll be too cold. So other than that, I just want to give a little recap, and then probably what I'm going to do is when I take the bike apart, I'll do a little video on that as well. Maybe not the entire disassembly, because it's kind of boring, and I'm not good at editing videos. So probably once I get it started to tore down, I'll get a video going and show you what's going on with it. But in the meantime, I'm here with my family. My granddaughter is here, little Zelda, and I'm very happy to spend time with them, relax, recuperate a little bit, take warm showers every day, and eat decent food every day. But the sights are going to be something I'll miss, because almost every day was something beautiful. Probably just the first 250 miles was the worst part about the trip, getting out of San Diego and LA. After that, everything was almost perfect as far as the sights and the beauty of our great nation and our nation's hat, as they call it, Canada. Thank you. And yeah, I'm gonna get busy making some bread here for the family. And find your adventure.